now? 12, 6, 14. The bottom is not cemented. This is not cemented. It's just soil. Alright? Then I said, when you want to put the fodder, the maize, or mainly maize, I don't silage Napier. We use the old papers, the polythene papers. We use this one, the old one. But then you have to start with a good one before you come to the old one. So why do I use the old ones? The old ones has got holes. These holes will let out the water from the fodder. We spread the whole area with the old polythene papers. Now, if you don't have the old ones, you are starting and you want to have this kind of thing, when you use the new one which has no hole, what you do, you lay down that polythene paper right from that end, the whole place, and then you get water, maybe 5 liters, spread it on top. Where the water collects itself, where the water will collect itself, plug off that paper 2 feet or a meter and then throw it away. Then you have that empty place. So that when you put your silage stovers, that water will collect down here and it will go down. Alright? Any question as far as the bottom is concerned? If you don't have these old ones, you are starting that new one, put 5 liters of water where that water collects, cut that area. So we prefer using the paper. And again, we don't buy new papers. We buy waste papers from the greenhouse people, second hand, which is cheaper. It is 40 shillings to 50 shillings a square meter. So you see, it's cheaper.
My other question is,
yes,
if you compare this styling and just doing on top,
yes,
are you doing this because of the space?
the space.
Okay.
Yes, I have no space. And at the same time, if I do it open here, when there is no silage here in the open, if it's open, there will be a lot of other activities going on top. But when I have it this way, nobody interferes with it. So I have regulated it. It is for hay, for silage only.
It's only how many tons?
40 to 60. With good people compacting.
Yes, but it's a lot of work.
Yes.
Standing on compacting.
There'll be a lot of Ugari.
Yes.
Very in the morning.
Not in the day.
It's Ugari.
Right. Jogona said that truck home, empty it here. Alright? Or go to the shamba, cut the maize stovers, load in the truck, come home, unload it, and chop here. That one will depend on your availability of the machinery. If you have the truck, it's yours, no transport costs involved. You have the shredder, it's yours, you only take it to the shamba. So there, I leave it to you. But it is cheaper going with your own truck, with your own shredding machine, to the shamba, where it is cut, fed into the shredding machine, loaded, but the shaft, the shredder will load it into the truck, and then you come and empty and pour it in the pit. It works cheaper and faster. A pit like this one will only take 2-3 days to fill up. 3 acres of land fills this one. 3 acres
Maize.
of maize, well planted, 6 inches apart, and 6 inches, that is 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, and 30 inches apart, with good enough rainfall. It will give you between 50 and 60 tons. Right?
How long does it last?
On the sides, I have not completed, I have only done the bottom. On the sides, spread this paper by the sides. Have it fall to the other side a meter, outside a meter. Then, when you have done everything, you have compacted, everything has been done, and you are just about somewhere here, the stovers are here, away from this, you have made it in a way that it will go up, the 1 meter piece you left out, you bring it in. It will come somewhere here, all the way. Then you get another one on top, cover the other one. That is sealing the end into the other end, and then you are now almost ready to cover it with the soil or with whatever media you want to use. You can even use hay on top, and that's why I have this shed. I'm using it both for compacting or keeping the silage and the hay. So I normally put hay here. Then you leave it for 21 days. Within the 21 days, if it was not properly compacted, it will go down to that level now. Okay? That level, the whole thing, you won't see anything. That is what you are stepping on.
This one.
Yes, behind
This
you.
way it is moved, it is
Behind you.
vibrating.
There is silage there. Okay? Too much sugar. Too much sugar. And then I found out my animals, after eating this, they were all the time salivating and turning their tongues and having abdominal problems because of molasses. Too much sugar.
Where do you normally get it?
In agrovet shop. If you don't, you Google it, you get it. If you are getting to 50, it's a failure of compaction and a failure of the sites. Water entering. Even if you have tiles, it will still soak in water or rain water on top. So the secret is, which I normally do, is to put a lot of soil on top, 1 foot to 2 feet on top. So the compaction will continue even if it rains. Look behind you where the doctor is. This is silage, down here where they are. Yes. I use a lot of soil.
And when recovery,
After you have removed, you remove the soil and keep it as one of your tools. You don't have to go for soil now and then.
so the air that comes in when you are removing.
When you are removing,
Yes, doesn't
doesn't affect it so much. You can't be so rigid that there's no air going in there. It is very difficult with our system.
So how long does it take to consume then? You recommended when you start opening this one.
Yes, it depends on the number of animals you are milking, because we don't give to cows which are not milking. You don't have to give to heifers, dry cows, bulls and the like. Only the cows which are milking, because you can't pay the cost. Yes. Don't feed your milking cows. Only milking cows.
Do you measure with a door or?
No, we have a gunia, and initially we weighed. Our bags are normally 50 kg to 55 kg, so we remove 5 bags, 250, 260 kg for 16 animals. You can divide that. It's at the rate of 13, 14. Check that. You can check. Those with the calculator, check. 250 to 265. 16 animals. 15 kg is enough. Yes. If you overfeed, you will have no room for hay, and we need hay. You will have no room for napier, and we need it, because they have to go concurrently because of economic factor. We want the silage to last a little bit longer time because of the seasons. We want to use the hay too to reduce the water from the napier. So all this has to be put in consideration. Whatever drops down here is so many to be flooded.
Is this all the silage?
This one and this one. It's a lot.
This one, that one, that one, that one.
Those are my silage pits. And they are enough. Yes, all those animals. It's after every 4 months. After every 4 months there is a harvest. After every 4 months there is a harvest.
But how long can this last?
This one. It will depend on the animals and the way we are giving. If we have not enough. This was a mixture of sorghum and maize. That's why the color is like that. Sorghum turns out to be that color.
Sweet.
And mark you, this is maize without maize. These are maize stovers. I had bought these from Kaptagan. What? Yes, it comes all the way from there. Yeah, you have to source.
Was it after harvest? Oh, it had it.
No. This is the second half. You know, in those areas they kohora one, then you leave the other one. So that other one is what is
The seed maize.
the seed maize.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They remove the big maize.
They remove the big maize, then the other smaller one is here. Yes, and at the same time I have to consider the cost, because it will cost me about 75,000 shillings to fill up one. If I do mine, it costs about 60. So there I save about 15,000. Yeah, and supposing there is no rain here, so I have to go there. Yeah. So it's always wise to go this way, that way when you are farming. Not to be so rigid that there is no fodder, there is no maize. Oh, there is. Look for it. So, look for it.